Hello everyone. There are tons of apps on the App Store for the iPad, and I felt I'd make a list of important apps for the students. Starting with note-taking apps, we have GoodNotes, Notability, and Microsoft OneNote. GoodNotes is my recommendation for note-taking apps. As with all the note-taking apps, it allows you to write in virtual notebooks with your Apple Pencil. You can customize your notebooks in a variety of ways, or you can just write in them and organize them like a regular notebook. It even comes with a feature to import PDFs, PowerPoints, and pretty much any other type of document you'd want. Other notable features include a search function for your notes, including your handwritten notes, and it does have collaborative notes if you share your notes with your friends, who also have GoodNotes. It's very similar to Google Docs. Notability is very similar with a few added features, including a voice-over feature / recording feature, if you want to be able to go back over your notes later with voice recording audio. Overall, GoodNotes was still a bit more user-friendly and had a few more features I personally enjoy that Notability didn't, but I would say it is still a direct contender to GoodNotes. A free option for note-taking, and the only app that works on Windows and Android as well as iOS, is Microsoft OneNote. Instead of the notebook route where you have unlimited smaller pages to work from, it goes for an endless singular canvas style. OneNote requires no cloud storage for going between devices, which is a plus, though it is a little less user-friendly than GoodNotes and Notability. However, it does have a lot more features overall if you want to sit down and take the time to learn all of them. Everyone needs a way to move stuff to and from the iPad, so here are a few options for cloud storage. Google Drive and iCloud are my recommendations. Google Drive for people with Windows computers and Androids, iCloud for people with Apple products and Macs. Google Drive can be downloaded directly via the Microsoft Store, and can then be accessed in your File Explorer instead of going to Google Drive every time you want to grab a file. iCloud works very similarly on Macs. I would be remiss if I did not mention Microsoft OneDrive, since it is installed on most Windows computers by default. It will work on all products, but it has a tendency to be very confusing and not very reliable. So it is an option, but I would almost always recommend Google Drive or iCloud instead. You also need a way to keep yourself organized, so here are my recommendations for that. Google Calendar and Google Keeps are my go-to for scheduling and keeping up with my tasks. Google Calendar incorporates the calendars of all the devices it's installed on, so regardless of which device you store an event on, be it your iPad, your Android, your Apple, it will sync with Google Calendar. There are also multiple calendars you can incorporate into your master calendar on Google Calendar, making it easy to split up things into class schedules, homework, club activities, or whatever else you would want to store on it. As for Google Keeps, it does technically work as a very simple note-taking app, but I found it to be most useful for keeping lists, for whatever I'm doing at the moment and need to get down just super quickly. So be it a grocery list, a homework list, maybe it's a work list, anything like that. I can just quickly note it down on the fly instead of going into Google Calendar to make an event for it. Not to mention, Google Keeps works extremely well with Google Calendar, allowing you to have both up on the same screen, even on your computer. These are both honorable mentions for other apps I have found to be handy. Procreate is a drawing app that just seems to have all the features I want. It has over 200 brushes, it's very intuitive to use, even for somebody who is not used to using drawing apps like myself, and allows me to export single or multiple pictures together in whatever file format I would want. Notion is worthy of a mention. It can do a lot of what the previous apps I have mentioned can do, but its severe downside is it's super hard to learn and is not very user-friendly at all. You can arguably do much more with Notion than you can with any of the previously stated apps. They also offer a pro version for students, but it is, once again, very confusing. I hope that at least a few of these apps you found a little useful and that they maybe have piqued your interest, and I hope you'll try some of them out. Thanks for watching.